So this is a motion that I'm sure somebody helped him type up back in July 2021, where he is asking to change his sentence. He says he cooperated with the state's attorney. His cooperation was substantial. He's also expected to testify against others. He's a former gang member. He says serving his sentence in Florida would put him in grave danger. Federal sentence expires May 2026. He's been a model prisoner, currently enrolled in GED classes and other programming. Okay, so that's good to hear, especially since he can't really read. So he wanted it to basically end altogether in May 2026. There's his signature. The next page is just a scan of an envelope. So of course, this was August 2021. There's a judge, Judge Carroll, who quoted the law and said basically too late. He had a plea agreement. He didn't take an appeal. He can't alter the sentence imposed pursuant to a plea agreement. So this was signed by Kevin Carroll, August 26, 2021. This was also 2021, October. Okay, so this is an amended motion. He's asking for an attorney. He's a former gang member. He already gave testimony. It will place his life in jeopardy. So he's been trying to correspond with the state's attorney's office requesting protection. So he's afraid for his safety. He hasn't gotten a response. But this is in regard to Katherine Magbanua's trial. So he got a letter from his previous attorney, Chuck Collins, who will be speaking with us tomorrow. Chuck Collins said he was willing to be appointed if the court would appoint him. So there's a letter he attached. Lewis says he's confused. He doesn't know what his rights are. If he has assurance that he'll be provided protection from harm, he doesn't even know if he has a legal obligation to provide testimony, especially since he's not going to have protection. Repeating that he cooperated and it did result in Sigfredo's conviction. So let me take that off the screen real fast to scroll down. See, okay, so this is on Chuck Collins's letterhead, September 24th letter to Lewis. And I'll show that. So pretty quick, nice response here, where he says he reviewed his letter. He's still on the court-appointed registry, and if the court appoints him, he doesn't know of any legal reason he could not accept the appointment. Okay, so that's a nice letter. And of course, unfortunately, Lewis's request was denied. It's a pretty quick order here. So this is from October 14th, 2021. They talk about how he had a plea agreement, which Judge Hankinson, may he rest in peace, was the presiding judge. So this sets forth the law, which says being a witness is not a circumstance for which you get court-appointed counsel. So it's denied. Okay, so that's Judge Kevin Carroll. Again, what else happened? July 2022. Okay, Lewis sent a letter to Georgia Cappleman, spelling her name. Once again, this is nicely typed. I'm sure somebody helped him. So he says the same thing, that he's cooperated. It's been substantial, resulted in convictions. He's in federal prison, supposed to be a total of 19 years. Okay, he was a high-ranking member of the Latin Kings. So it makes him a target of that street gang. He's now marked for death. He's very concerned about having to be in a state facility in Florida. He would be in grave danger. He'd have to probably be in isolation, confined to a cell 23 hours a day. Oh, he says, I understand the seriousness of it. However, I did not pull the trigger. I've changed as a person. I'm striving to be a better person. He wants to be someone his daughter is proud of. So that daughter was born back in 2014, so she's 9. So he wants to spend some time with his daughter. Well, that's nice. I'm sure Dan would like to share time with his kids. So he's had good conduct. He's a model prisoner, working hard toward his GED. Okay, so it's kind of repetitive. So he wants a response, and that's it. There was no response required to this. Hope you guys found that somewhat interesting, and hopefully my voice will be better tomorrow when I have to speak with Chuck Collins. I shouldn't say I have to. It's a privilege to be able to speak with him. So hope you guys will tune in tomorrow when Chuck Collins is the special guest, 3 p.m. Eastern Time.